Well, good morning to everyone who will come into the live stream. It's your big ghostwriter, man. It's big ghostwriter, man. Big ghostwriter, man. I'm not out by the lake, man, but I got some real good content, man. Some real important discussions to have. As you guys come into the stream, I ask that you guys will double tap the screen for me, like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, guys. I apologize about the time that we're doing the live streams. You know what I'm saying? I think the news need to be the first in the morning, you know, especially the way I do my live streams to where I'm actually giving content, you know what I'm saying, where I'm actually giving content that someone can use. You know, it's like political advice. So I really do want to do the live streams in the morning time. So that means tomorrow morning we're back to regular times at 7:30 a.m. You know what I'm saying? I just got a bunch of important stuff that's going on right now that I got to take care of. So that's what I'm doing. As you guys come into the stream, I ask that you guys, if y'all will for me, that y'all double tap the screen for me, like the video if you guys don't mind, subscribe to the channel, make sure y'all hit that notification bell. I'm gonna try to stay up right here as we try to set up in a different spot, in a different location. I'm sorry we're not by the water today. We still out in Connecticut. We streaming. I got a bunch of great content and we're going to get straight to it, guys. The government shutdown that we are in right now, in my opinion, it might be the Democrats' last stand. If it's not last stand, I would say it's like one of their last stands. Okay, they cannot in no kind of way, form, or fashion afford to fold, because if they fold, they look weak. You got to look at it. President Trump, okay, when Speaker Jeffries and the Senate Majority Leader, or the Senate Minority Leader, excuse me, when they went to the White House, okay, President Trump and them putting some sombreros on Speaker Jeffries. So they're taunting them. He's taunting them. You see what I'm saying? At the same time, he putting sombreros, trolling. He's telling the Democrats at the same time that, hey, if you don't come to the table, I'm going to cut your programs. So what I'm saying is President Trump already slashing the programs already. It's like if the Democrats don't step up right now, they'll disappear. But I got a news story for us to this. Ahmad said top of the morning, not quite, man, but it should be. I apologize about the late start. Keith, good morning. Keith and Ahmad, could y'all please double tap the screen for me if you on a cell phone, like the video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, guys, before we start. I'm asking all Republicans, independents, and Democrats, jump down in the comments, man, and let your voices be heard. This is why we do this. Let's get it. Guys, listen. The Democrats have rightly positioned themselves and took a stand against President Trump's attacks. When I say attacks, I mean sending troops to their city. I mean cutting their funding. I mean attacking their institutions and programs and attempting to discredit them at every chance President Trump gets. Politics as usual. This ain't no hatred against President Trump. This is more about the Democrats. And if the Democrats aren't prepared to take a stand and do something, this is more about what's going to happen to their party moving forward. I have never seen a politician, the head of a party, attack another party like President Trump is attacking them. You got to realize that. What I'm saying is, regardless of which direction you're looking at this from the political spectrum, it is factual that the Republicans control every branch of government. And the Democrats know that. So the government shutdown, who you think the people's going to blame? The party that controls everything, right? The Democrats are aware of this, guys. As y'all come into the stream, I ask that y'all like the video for me, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell. More importantly, Republicans, Independents, and Democrats, jump down in the stream, man. Jump down in the comment section, man. Let your voices be heard. The last time that President Trump was president, shut it down for 35 days. Think about that, guys. 35 days the Democrats stood on business. Well, this time, they're prepared to go the distance as well. And in my mind, they have no choice to. That's it at this point. You look at the cards, you look at the chessboard, you look at the table. Democrats don't have no other choice at this point. They have no voice. And this is the only leverage that they have to get back in the game, the only leverage. Think about it. In 8 months, President Trump, 9 months has been governing. He's done a lot, probably more than any other president. So in those 9 months that he's been president, I'm saying, like, what voice have the Democrats had? They haven't had a voice. He's not even talking to them. He's not even dealing with them. And that's what I'm saying. That's not good for the American people. That's not good for the Democrats, because when we see the friction it has caused within Congress, they're not able to get nothing passed. You see what I'm saying? Moving forward, how are you going to get anything passed without the Democrats? I guess President Trump says he's going to use executive orders. But what I'm saying, the only way they could get their voice to count at all is by doing exactly what they doing. And that means standing on business. I'm saying if they bend at all, I'm talking about 1 inch, then it's back to business as usual, and they'll never get taken serious by President Trump, the Republican Party, and probably the American voters as well. By standing on their positions, they will force the Republicans to come to the table, and let me tell you why. The military. How many of you guys are in the military in here or know someone in the military? I want to say, first of all, thank you guys, all of you guys in here in the military. You know someone. Thank you guys for your service. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm telling you, and look, if I look at this situation and I look at everything that's going on, the main thing to me that I see that stands out more than anything is the military won't get paid. The government workers will not get paid. That's over 1 million troops who put their hand on the Bible and took an oath to defend our great nation. Who is the commander in chief, y'all? So I'm saying the military not getting paid. So what? You who the boss? You the boss, President Trump. You the boss. What you gonna do? You gonna turn around and blame the Democrats? If you go to your job and you not getting paid, and your boss gonna come and say, who fault is it? It ain't nobody. You are the leader of the government. That responsibility will ultimately fall on President Trump. Listen to me. It's simple. The Republicans can blame the Democrats, but the only thing the Democrats have to say is, hey, we fighting for the health care of 24 million people. Think about that. Think about that. Listen, I don't see how the Democrats are in any bad position right now at all, because listen, if they are unsuccessful, take a stand. Listen to me. Take the stand. If you unsuccessful with the stand, then guess what's going to happen? If they're not lying, health premiums going to go up. If you're unsuccessful with the stand and the health premiums don't go up, I'm saying, how can they win? Because what the people are going to say is, hey, they lying and trying to stop the government. Y'all feel that? But I'm saying, if you take a stand, regardless if you win right now or not, I'm saying they cannot fold right now. But I'm saying in the end, if they do not win, but they took a stand and the health premiums go up, you do the math real quick. I'm going to give y'all a second to do the math. You want me to say it again or not? Y'all want me to run it back one more time? If y'all hadn't liked the video, make sure y'all double tap the screen for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, baby. Let me say it one more time, baby. I'm cooking today. I got a news story. We almost on it. If the Democrats take a stand, right now they taking a stand, right? We're not backing down for nothing. We're not backing down. This is what I'm saying. If you turn around and they don't win, and the government does reopen, but there wasn't no changes to health care, and President Trump and the Republicans say, look at the Democrats shutting the government down. You know what? The people going to see their health premiums rise. So when that midterm comes and you got that Democratic senators that say, hey, people, I took a stand in my district to try to fight and protect you against these Republicans, and then you have a Republican here, who you think gonna win that election and that midterm with President Trump not being on the ballot? That's what I'm saying. Guys, I hope y'all get that, because I'm finna move on to the news, but I want you to understand that this might be the Democrats' last chance to be taken seriously, man. Because if they don't take a stand, President Trump just gonna run straight over them. He gonna stump them, and they know it. But if you take a stand like they doing, not only do it look like you fighting for 24 million people, President Trump could say what he wants to. It's their fault. He the boss. All his party's in power. So not only are you fighting for 24 million people's health care insurance, but if you take the stand, it's gonna make you look strong, a lot stronger, man. You know what I'm saying? It make them look like heroes. It make them look good. It make the Republicans look bad. Trust me. Ghost know what he's talking about. But regardless if you're a Republican or Democrat, what I'm saying is you have to be able to recognize if they don't stand firm right now and fight. When will they ever stand firm and fight? Or might not ever have another chance to stand firm against the Republicans. Like Bernie Sanders told Kaylin Collins yesterday, it's now or never. I see y'all down in the comments, man. Y'all keep them coming. Republicans, independents, and Democrats, y'all. I'm out in Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no lakeside for you, man, but it's still beautiful out here. Got a mountain behind us. I'm going to show y'all this whenever we get started. It's raining out here, but we cooking, baby. Let's get it. So my news source is Politico. It was published on October the 7th. The Senate is trapped in a shutdown. Groundhog's Day with no end in sight. And like I said, for the troops, that sound bad. But who putting that? Who that putting pressure on? For the troops ain't getting paid. Who putting pressure? See, President Trump, he could say he cutting the federal employees. It's like he don't like no workers for the federal government. He think it's too big. It's too many of them, so he don't got a problem not paying them. But I'm saying them troops, them soldiers, that's the problem to me. Senators rejected dueling stopgap spending bills Monday for the 5th time, as lawmakers show few signs of nearing a compromise, even as the shutdown-induced pain is poised to grow as the federal funding lapse heads into the second work week. Senate Republicans had hoped the Trump administration's imminent threat of mass firings, paired with the weekend back home to hear the constituents, would shake loose even a couple of potential swing vote Democrats, but they holding strong because they know, boy, that health care go up. You talking about 24 million. They said for about 15 million Americans, their health premium is gonna double. So you probably, or you might be one of those ones where your health premium is gonna double. That means you paying $68 a month, you're gonna be paying $126. And for somebody like President Trump or some people who got money, $126, you laughing at that. But people out here struggling, when they go vote, they gonna remember that. What the Democrats are saying, 4 million Americans, might be some of y'all watching right now, gonna lose your health insurance altogether. You see what I'm saying? So that's where they standing home for. That's what they standing strong for. Add to that, The fact that most federal workers and active duty members of the military are due to miss their first paychecks on October the 10th and October the 15th, respectively. In my opinion, that's the most important part about this. But Monday evening, Democratic Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania and Catherine Cortez Masto of Nevada, alongside Independent Senator Angus King of Maine, who caucuses with Democrats, were once again the only three to break ranks and vote to advance the GOP-led stopgap bill, which will fund the government until November 21st. Even though those senators and congressmen broke ranks and that bipartisanship, I think it's going to take, you know what I'm saying, a real deal from the big dog to make this happen. As y'all come in the stream, man, y'all make sure y'all double tap that screen for your boy Ghost, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Most importantly, man, Republicans, Independents, Democrats, it don't matter who you are. You could be a Martian. Just jump down in the comment section, man. Let your voices be heard. What y'all thinking about this government shutdown? Earlier in the day, we talking about yesterday, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, sorry, sir, I didn't forget your name, reiterated that Democrats are ready to negotiate a deal to end the shutdown. Don't think we just playing hardball, big boss. We trying to end it too. But the only way we gonna end this shutdown, President Trump, that decision on healthcare has to happen now. Look, Big Ghost tried to tell y'all can listen to the media, y'all can think whatever y'all want to think. I'm trying to tell you today, 10,000% factual, that the Democrats are not budging. Where my Republican friends at? Where Fox News at? I'm here to tell you, Ghost is here to tell you that the Dems are not budging without fixing that healthcare bill. I'm telling y'all, Chuck Schumer says we're ready to work with Republicans to reopen the government and end the healthcare crisis that faces he said tens of millions of Americans. It takes two sides to have a negotiation. Republicans also, again, rejected the Democratic stopgap that will link government funding through October. The Democrats trying to go to October to the party's health care priorities, including a permanent extension of the soon-to-expire Affordable Care Act subsidies, plus restrictions on President Donald Trump's ability to unilaterally claw back congressional funding. Now, I want to speak on that, okay? Now, if you're trying to negotiate a deal, it's about what's important. I understand as a Democrat, you trying to protect your programs and different things and trying to stop president. I understand that. But I'm saying at this moment, I don't know how much President Trump is going to be willing to bend, because that's like giving up one of his little bully pulpit things. You know what I'm saying? You got a bully pulpit and you slam the hammer on the pulpit and you get everybody's attention. Well, when President Trump say, hey, I'm going to take your funding from you, he getting Democrats' attention. So I'm not sure if he going to be willing to give that up right now. Democrats, if I was you, I would focus on the courts to attack him from that angle. But you standing on the health care now, that's a winning argument, and they know that. That's why they standing on that. Y'all, as y'all come into the stream, I ask that y'all please will double tap the video for your boy Big Ghost Rider. If you on a cell phone, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, baby. Y'all give me just a second, man. It's Big Ghostwriter, baby. I know y'all staying with me. Y'all ready? Let's get cooking, baby. Out here in the rain in Connecticut, man. You know what I'm saying? The information we talking about is so important, man. I was like, I'm going to bring it to them right now in the park. I don't care where I'm at. Top Democrats have demanded a bipartisan negotiation. They want both sides on it. Look, this is why the government shut down, and this is why it won't open. Because you didn't start with that. I said this before President Trump, if you would have started with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, President Trump could say, hey, Ghost, when I first came in, I started with it last time. 2016, 2017, I brought Nancy Pelosi and them to the White House. We still had a 35-day shutdown. And I agree with that, President Trump. I understand everything you've been through with the Democrats, all the problems that you have with them. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, I know how he feel about Chuck Schumer. Obviously, he don't like Hakeem Jeffries. They don't pretty much particularly care for him. But I'm saying this is a new, different group of Democratic leaders that's here right now. And that's why, in my opinion, he should have reached out to them. Expanded ACA subsidies aren't set to expire to the end of the year, but I heard some reporters say that even though they're set to expire at the end of the year, those insurance companies are going to try to use the law to go ahead and raise people's premiums double right now. Open enrollment by Obamacare, plans to begin on November the 1st. That's a couple of weeks. But with open enrollment for and some Republicans view that as a real deadline for getting an agreement on the extension. To the Republicans, I know y'all want an extension, but I doubt you're going to get an extension. Even if you got an extension, what I'm saying is that healthcare subsidy could genuinely destroy the Republican Party. Not immediately, not today, not right now, not completely, but over a period of time, it really can do that. I'm talking about at least in these midterms. I know for a fact he could in these midterms, because I know for a fact that the Democrats are going to blame everything to do with healthcare on the Republicans. I know that for a fact. I ask that you guys will like the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure y'all hit that notification bell. If you on a cell phone, all you got to do is double tap your screen. And I appreciate the support. Also, guys, everyone is welcome in this stream. I just ask that you guys will be respectful to others. I welcome you guys, Republicans, Independents, and Democrats. Jump down in the comments and let your voice be heard. One last thing, we do got to pay the bills around here, man. So I don't have any sponsors. Y'all see I'm not in the studio. I'm not taking money from no party or from nobody besides you guys. So if you guys want to donate right now, you guys want to start a conversation, you want to have a comment highlighted, anything like that, guys. Super chats, super stickers, and super thanks start at 99 cents. Just hit the button with the $sign in it, and your donations are much appreciated. So our news story comes from Politico. The news story was published yesterday. Politico, okay? Senate Majority Leader, this on the Republican side, John Thune, has said he is only open to negotiating on the health care tax credits once the government is reopened, a position that even some moderate members of his conference have backed. The South Dakota Republican doubled down on his stance on Monday. We said we're willing to have those conversations, but it starts with ending the shutdown, Thune said. Well, Senator Thune, I just want to let you know that the government shutdown is not going to end before those subsidies. It's not going to happen. That's why I did the stream. Because if the Democrats do that, looking at the chessboard, I don't see how they could win. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think that's going to happen, Senator Thune, and I think that's the whole conversation about it. You just need to, like expand them subsidies. You just need to, just like allow people to continue to stay on the health care they have at the same prices that they paying. That's the only problem. You see what I'm saying? And as a Republican, especially, if I was in Congress right now, okay? Or if I was a senator right now, okay, and I knew this Republican right here supported that bill, I would identify, like Bernie Sanders did, Kaylin Collins, CNN last night, he identified 45,000 Vermontians. How y'all say, how you say if they from a Vermont? Vermontians? Vermontonians? He identified 45,000 of his citizens that will be affected by those cuts. That's 45,000 votes. That's 45,000 votes for you, Senator Sanders. So you know what I would do? I would have my office to identify, it shouldn't be that hard, the people in my district who will lose their health care. And if I had a Republican incumbent who voted for that bill and I was running against him, I would talk to those 45,000 people because they have a reason to go vote. You see what I'm saying? Thune said that while he didn't speak with Schumer over the weekend, he would talk to his Democratic counterpart going forward if it was useful. I still think that's the wrong. I'm going to talk to him if it's useful. Think about if you're trying to settle a dispute. Think about that. You're trying to come to an agreement and you put sombreros on the head of the person you're trying to agree with. You see what I'm saying? Think if I'm trying to get a settlement from the court and I'm going at the judge. You see what I'm saying? Well, I don't get it. Make it make sense, man. He said he gonna meet with the other side if it's useful. You know what I'm saying? You got to go meet with him to see if it's useful. He added, he hoped that Democrats would soon change their minds and vote to advance the House passed stopgap, but it sounds like they're stuck at the moment. Yeah, they are stuck. And guess who else stuck? The U.S. military is stuck. The U.S. government workers are stuck. Healthcare is stuck. Your whole government is stuck. Look, man, this government shutdown, like I'm gonna look for the. It just takes some time. But I'm saying it's gonna hurt your economy. It's gonna hurt your growth. It's gonna hurt you in a lot of ways. And Senator Thune might not feel it, but President Trump understands that. Senator Thune also warned that while he can promise discussion on the extension of the enhanced ACA tax credits, Senator Thune, that's not good enough. The Democrats want more than a discussion. And what I'm saying is you thinking in your mind, I'm going to put a sombrero on this dude, I'm going to cut his funding, I'm going to make fun of him, and the whole time the troops ain't getting paid, they ain't going to get paid no sooner because the Democrats stand in 10. So that means, in my opinion, the Republicans going to have to move. How can you not see it? President Trump, you're going to have to move from that spot on that ACA healthcare, on those subsidies. You are going to have to move from that spot. I'm 10,000%, some kind of something. You're going to have to give or throw them something because you cannot move forward with your agenda in America. Listen, with the Democrats, y'all listen to me. I'm going to give you a second. Listen to me. I got something real important to say to you. With the Democrats taking a stand, guess what they're doing? They stopping Republican funding too. Ghost, what you talking about? Which Republican programs are getting funded right now? Nothing in the government's getting funded. So I'm saying you could stop their fund, like when you open it back up. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to move from that spot. The only way you can move forward is with a deal. So Senator Thune, how I hear you sounding and talking, that is going to be no deal. No deal is associated with what you're saying, Senator Thune. No deal. No closer to getting it taken care of. He said he can't guarantee a deal, but he want to make the House, they're going to garner a blessing. I don't know what that means, Senator Thune. I think you on the wrong page on this, man. I really do. And as long as you on the wrong page on this, Senator Thune, it's going to take that much longer for us to get the government open. It's going to take that much longer for troops to get paid, Senator Thune, because you got to get on the right page. You know what I'm saying? Guys, y'all like the video for me, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, man. You know what I'm saying? This big ghostwriter, I'm going to pick this up for just a second. Out here in Connecticut, man, it's raining, man. But it's so gorgeous, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful out here, even in the rain, man. We trying to get the government reopened again, man. We trying to get the Republicans to come to the table, man. Or the Republicans saying they trying to get the Democrats to come to the table. But I'm saying as Americans, we don't care which one of y'all come to the table, right? I'm saying if your husband or if your wife is a member of the armed services and they're not getting paid right now, right? Isn't that what we care about, right? We care about getting paid and making everything right. But I'm saying we can't get back to the business of America domestically until we reopen the government, okay? And we're not going to reopen the government the way that we got things going right now. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen, guys. So, guys, look, this is my analysis. Here's my opinion, okay? We're getting about to the end. We've been streaming for about an hour, but here's my analysis. Regardless of where you stand on this issue, okay? Hold on real quick, guys. I apologize. Let me get to a more comfortable position for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I could express myself. I wanted to start like that. You know what I'm saying? Because of what we were talking about and the seriousness of it. So I wanted to make sure I was, you know what I'm saying? Guys, listen, let's understand something just real quick, okay? Here's my analysis on the entire situation. Regardless of where you stand on the issue, that means regardless if you're a Republican, regardless if you're a Democrat. My opinion is that this is the Democrats' last stand, or potentially it could be their last stand. What you mean, Ghost? It's their last chance to stand up against President Trump. If this was a regular president that you was going against, that's one thing. But what I'm saying, this is a regular president. This is a president who's trying to stomp you out. He coming for you. What I mean, at the beginning of the shutdown, right after meeting with President Trump, the White House put a sombrero on Speaker Jeffries and started trolling him. You don't think the American people saw that? You know what that tells me? That tells me they have no respect for the Democrats. They think the Democrats are weak, and they trying to stomp them out, man. Real talk, guys. What y'all think? Y'all jump down in the comments and let your voice be heard. The Republicans are trying to stomp out the Democrats. What I'm saying, if you're going to go to battle with your equal, there is a certain level of respect that you must display. The Republicans, they are not showing that respect. Point blank, period. At all. As a matter of fact, they're not showing any sort of respect for the Democrats. And the American people, they see this. If the Democrats cook right now, if they came right now, they cooked. It's over with for them. They got to stand 10. As far as President Trump, like I said, the troops aren't getting paid. And they will weigh on any good commander-in-chief. Any good commander-in-chief over those troops, he know they in his care and they not getting paid. What that means is eventually it's going to force President Trump to the table. It's just a matter of time. Senator Thune can say whatever he wants to, but I think President Trump sees the chessboard, and if the Democrats stand on 10, you can literally see the momentum, they are building headed into the midterm. They slowly getting back in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say that is because a lot of people had said the Democrats finished. The reason why I say that because a lot of people had said the Democrats are cooked. It's over with. And President Trump trying to do that, he trying to stump him out. He said, you vote for me. Y'all remember when he said, if you vote for me, you would never have to vote again? And we didn't understand what that means. We see what that means now. He trying to stump him out. So it's like Democrats, either y'all gonna stand, this could be your last, what's some great American battles? Democrats, this could be your last stand, man. You gotta stand 10 on business. Guys, I ask that y'all like the video for me. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. If you on a cell phone, all you gotta do is double tap your screen to like the video, and I would appreciate that. Also, guys, everyone's welcome in this stream. I see y'all down there. Appreciate that like. Republicans, independents, and Democrats, jump down in the comments, let your voices be heard. One last thing, guys, we do got to pay the bills. I don't have any sponsors. I'm not getting money from no one else but you guys. So if you guys would like to donate to the channel, I would appreciate that so much. You know what I'm saying? It'll help me in my course and bringing y'all the content. You know, super chats, super thanks, super stickers, start a conversation, anything at all. Channel memberships, they start at $2.99. Man, I'm really trying to promote them channel memberships, guys. We got like 33 channel memberships, I believe, in the past about month. One of my channel members, a new man, she always be hooking it up, man. She be buying other people's channel membership. You know what I'm saying? And I try to promote that, man, to become a member of the channel, man. So if any of you guys want to become a member, hit the button with the $sign in it. Your donations are much appreciated. So the news source for this news story is the Associated Press. I got one more for us, guys. We're about 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I try to get through the content fast, like these last couple of days out here in Connecticut, man. I've been working, got things going on. So President Donald Trump's administration is warning Tuesday of no guarantee for back pay for federal workers during a government shutdown. Just think about that. You working for the federal government and there's a government shutdown. This is out of your control. And he's saying there's no guarantee for federal workers, reversing what has been a long-standing policy for some 750,000 furloughed employees, according to a memo being circulated by the White House. Almost 1 million souls. That's government workers. That's not troops. That's just government workers. FBI agents, they not getting paid. ATF agents, they don't have a check coming on October the 10th. That's what I'm saying. That's pressure on President Trump. You could say, I'll fire as many government workers as I want to. You're not firing all of them. How you trying to keep the streets safe? You gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? And the troops too. The move was widely seen as a strong arm tactic to pressure lawmakers to reopen government as party leaders remain seemingly at an impasse on day 7 of the shutdown. Democrats are conditioning their support for a short-term funding patch on extending the health subsidies that lessen the cost of plans offered under the Affordable Care Act. After the longest government shutdown in 2019, Trump signed legislation into law that ensures, this is President Trump who signed this legislation into law, ensures federal workers receive back pay during any federal funding lapse. But in the new memo, his Office of Management and Budget says back pay must be provided by Congress if it chooses to do so as part of any bill to fund the government. The president, during an Oval Office meeting Tuesday, suggested he'll follow the law on back pay for federal workers minutes after saying the compensation depends on what we're talking about and that some workers will be taken care of in a different way. Man, oh man, oh man, for them federal workers, man. Let's see. Phoenix says, Yusuf says, fight Donald treason at every turn. Do you guys agree with what Yusuf said? Do you guys agree that President Trump is committing treason against America? That's kind of strong, man. I understand where you're coming from, and I understand your opinion, but you think he's committing treason? You know what I'm saying? Against the United States, President Trump. Let's see. Who else? What else we got in here? There it says no rest for the wicked. Of course not, sir. That's why I filed so many lawsuits. As a matter of fact, I got a new lawsuit coming, man. It's finna get off in a couple of days. I'm talking about within a couple of days. By next week, bro, it's gonna get filed. A new lawsuit. And then behind that one, I got another one. And I'm quite sure I'll have another one after that. Quite sure. So that's 3. So that's number 4. Lawsuit number 4 is on its way. And behind that, I got lawsuit number 5. And I almost had lawsuit number 6 yesterday. No, there is no rest for the wicked. I'm on your head top. This is what you got to recognize, Derek. In the game of chess, there's winners and losers. It's like, if you win the game, what do you win? Absolutely nothing. My opponents, if they win the game, they don't win nothing. If I win the game, I win tens of thousands. So it's like you playing the game for free and I'm playing the game for cash. Yeah, it's no rest for the wicked. Thank you for that, Derek. I appreciate that. That's so true. He said Yusuf just throwing out buzzword. Why you think so? You don't think he feel like that? You know what I'm saying? Donald treason. I don't know about no treason. You gotta tell me what treason did he commit? Carlos says, you was in the Army. I was in the Army. Never during the shutdown. I did not get paid. I wasn't in the Army during the shutdown either. You know what I'm saying? Never was, but not getting paid, man, that's horrible for them. You know what I'm saying? Southern country lefties. That's what Derek is asking for. How many lefties we have in here from the country? Yusuf said he's been asking to cancel the Constitution. I don't understand that one, Yusuf. If he is asking I don't understand that one. As a soldier, I put my hand on the Bible and swore to defend the United States what? Constitution. That's what you defending. The U.S. Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So if President Trump said that, you got to understand sometimes President Trump just be saying things that he really ain't intending to do or that he doesn't mean. Not saying that it's cool, not saying that it's okay. I'm just saying that. So if you're saying that he's committing treason or he has committed treason because he wants to cancel the Constitution, maybe he's just saying that. Maybe he's just saying he wants to cancel the Constitution. He's not really trying to or really wants to. Who knows? But I think, Yusuf, I agree with you. That's the wrong stance to have on the U.S. Constitution, especially for a president. Ahmad says, will they probate when it's over? I'm not sure, Ahmad. I'm really not sure. You know what I'm saying? I think they should. You know, I just wish that, it didn't have to go this way or it wouldn't have took this long or all of that good stuff. I just wish it just wouldn't have went like that. But it did, man. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. Y'all, I want to apologize to all the people that will come into this live stream. You've been watching for 47 minutes. I want to apologize to all the people coming in or watch the video after it was pre-recorded. We were supposed to go live today at 11 o'clock a.m. I went ahead and went live. I jumped on, man, got some business to handle. So my apologies to you guys if you guys were expecting me to go on later. Bill says, when did he say he wanted to throw the Constitution up? Are y'all sure that you're not talking out of context? That's what I'm saying, man. I've never heard that. I've heard President Trump say a whole lot of things, but I never heard him say that. But destroying the U.S. Constitution is something that is definitely not something that we need to be talking about or thinking about. Amending or fixing, that's one thing. But getting rid of it totally, yeah, that's something that, friends of America, I would say, probably wouldn't say. But I'm not saying President Trump said that or when he said that or how much he meant when he said that, or I don't know any of that. So I can't say, his intentions or none of that. I never seen or heard him say that. And if he said that, I guarantee you he was probably talking off the cuff, and someone like Ghost corrected him quickly. We don't need to talk like that, not in public. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to rechange America or redo America or whatever with America, like getting rid of the law, we don't need to talk like that in public. You know what I'm saying? Kim says, Fifi's always crack me up. Yeah, if you have to pay him. If you got to pay fees, I don't pay fees. I ain't paying no fees. That's facts. If you try to make me pay fees, you just going to waste your time and waste your money. That's all you doing. The court determines who pays the fees. The court's already made a determination. That's facts. That go against what they already determined. You want to go to the appeals court and tell the appeals judge why you going against something you already determined? Nobody cares about no snotty-nosed lawyer and how he feels. Trying to get out of a spanking? He trying to get out of a spanking. A snotty-nosed lawyer trying to get out of a spanking. First of all, you got to file the documents to get that judge to overturn that motion. That's not happening. He's not going to overturn that motion unless you got solid proof and evidence that there's a reason to overturn the motion. So with that little scrubby lawyer that I'm going against, that little rinky-dink trash lawyer that I'm going against, I'm going to tell you this to your face. Just give me a second. Let the case progress to that point. Because you should have paid you should have already be talking settlement. But since you don't want to talk settlement, I'm gonna try to see if I can't get your head busted. Real talk to the white meat legally. In a legal way. I want to get his head busted. He talking about paying no fees, homeboy, because you know they finna lose. It ain't no fees to pay. The court already ruled on that motion. So there ain't nothing else that you could come up with besides what I already reported to the court. The judge looked at it and ruled on it. So what else you could come up with that's going to be, it ain't nothing you could come up with. Everything I told the judge, I told you. And it's all on paper, it's all facts. I filed taxes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got money from the U.S. Treasury. Why would you lie about money you get from the U.S. Treasury to the court when they just going to go back and so that's already been taken care of. So we got some little puny lawyer who trying to get out of a spanking, and he trying to hope to make me have to pay a fee at the court to litigate the lawsuit because he know he finna get spanked. So instead of defending the case, he was trying to ask why I didn't have to pay the fee, and the judge already ruled on that, bro. You wasting your time. You look desperate on paper. You looking real desperate on paper. Y'all, the dude called me a YouTube star. I got 9,000 subscribers. I've been live for 50 minutes. I ain't got $0 in donations, and I'm a YouTube star. Something wrong with the guy, man. I don't know what's wrong with him, man. Let's see. Fake outrage. Hello, Papa. What's up, edits? You guys, y'all like the video for me. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell if y'all have not. Guys, we've been streaming about 50 minutes, man. I've been getting off this news quicker. A lot quicker. You know what I'm saying? I want to have the news done in less than an hour. From the time I come on stream to the time I give y'all the story, I want to be done in less than an hour. And that lets me know, or that helps me, you know what I'm saying, for the people who come back and watch the stream after it's recorded like a video. They tell me, man, you got a 3-4 hour long live stream. You know what I'm saying? It's only fun for the people in the stream, but you know what I'm saying? If you coming back behind it and you trying to watch the whole stream, you want to hear all the content, you know what I'm saying? I want to keep the news shorter so people will come in the stream afterwards and, you know, we just talking about whatever. They'll just leave then. You know what I'm saying? So at 47 minutes, if you come into the live stream looking for the news, you out of here. So the rest of this time, this just us cutting up. You know what I'm saying? So I got people in here talking about a case I got active. If you guys didn't know, that's what we talking about, an active case. Do animals have a soul? Yes. No, animals don't have a soul. Animals have a soul? No, animals don't have a soul. Yusuf said, look up President Trump saying that about the Constitution. Yusuf, that's something that if he said in a meaningful way, I would say that's something that I would say I probably would have heard about. So Yusuf, if he said that about the Constitution, I'm not saying he ain't never said that before, but if he said that about the Constitution, I don't think it's meaningful. Because if it was, I think that's something that I would have heard of, or the Republicans would attack him on a lot or constantly. Guys, I'm down here in the comment section with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to turn the screen, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really can't see it as good. You know what I'm saying? See one of the mountains in the Appalachian Mountains. We ain't got no lake out there today, man. But you know what I'm saying? I had a situation this morning where I had to go handle some business. I'm not going to be able to handle it for a couple of days, but I had a situation this morning where I had to go handle some business. I didn't know it was going to get pushed out till Friday, so I said I'm going to go ahead and do this live stream so the rest of my day will be free to get my legal documents and everything else I got going on. Guys, I got 3 active cases right now. You know what I'm saying? Finna file the 4th. I got a 5th one in the hole. You know what I'm saying? So we in the middle of litigation, probably gonna be that way for a minute, because I'm gonna keep filing them just like 2023, bro. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna file them lawsuits, and I'm gonna file them lawsuits. Whatever come in front of me, I'm gonna get around it, or I'll take my time getting through it. And when I'm through it on the other side, guess what? You got sued again. He got sued again. That's all that's gonna happen. Anybody want to come against me right now, you could get some paperwork. Man, that's a nice scenery, ain't it? That's a nice view, man. Look, somebody got to stand up for what's right. And Big Ghost here to do that. I promise you, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stand up for what's right, man. And if you ain't doing right, you going to get mollywopped. Y'all ever seen somebody get mollywopped? That's what happened when you ain't doing the right thing. Ahmad, I know. That's what I'm saying. That is a crazy question. You know what I'm saying? Every day you said, can somebody donate you $100? Like you could donate me $100. You can. You on my live stream. You can't be asking for donations on my live stream. You gotta get your own live stream for that. You said you need it for your car. Okay, then. I don't know what that means. Ain't nobody wondering. Ain't no, bro. I promise you, ain't no about $100 is not gonna stop nothing from happening. You gonna get slapped 3 times, even harder. You could try whatever you want to. It's not gonna stop what you got coming. You gonna pay the money. Period. There ain't nothing else to talk about. All you got is time, and you're running out of that day by day. You paying every penny of that money, and I'm a hold my opponents, and I'm gonna pin you on every lawsuit. For the people who stand up for what's right, I did a stream. I did a vlog about Jasmine Crockett because she stand up for what's right. Jasmine, don't be afraid that you stand up for what's right against bullies. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for it. Yeah, I'm standing up for what's right. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care who say. I'ma sue you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what organization you with. You gonna get sued. Period. What sort of stuff you ghostwrite? I'll ghostwrite lawsuits. That's what we talking about. New whip, no whip. We talking about lawsuits. That's what I ghostwrite. I ghostwrite lawsuits. I have ghostwritten 3 lawsuits in my career for other people. You said ghostwriter too hard. Ghostwriter not hard. How's that hard? What you think Johnny Cochran gonna do to you if you play with him? Is Johnny Cochran hard? You wouldn't look at Johnny Cochran as he hard, but you wouldn't play with him either. You feel what I'm saying? He gonna sue you. That's what he do. That's what I do. You gonna get sued. Borrow $100? Sure. As soon as I get the 100, I'ma sue you again. So who gonna win in the end? I'm saying, what you getting out of, if somebody went and did something, he said something about borrowing $100 for a car. Somebody went and did something, vandalize a car, do some stupid stuff. What you getting out of that? You don't get anything. You matching up against a person that you trying to, I don't know what you're trying to do, but it ain't gonna happen. You gonna die because the person trying to do this, he not too far away from death. So he gonna die trying to get me to see something that I never see, and that's what he's getting out of it is nothing. That's what I'm being honest. What is he getting out of it? You trying to make this person see something, but you not getting nothing out of it. You wasting your life. And what you trying to help him see, he'll never see it. He'll never change his mentality. I don't care who you get to say it. You could get President Trump to say it. That ain't gonna help you. Only thing it'll do maybe make me not like President Trump. It's not gonna make me say, bro, I'm talking about they done sent the finest girls in the world at me trying to get it. I don't care about none of that. Boy, you getting sued. What you talking about? You getting sued. That's what I do. I sue people. I told him that God called me to do it. He think I'm playing, so that's on you, bro. God called you to preach or whatever he called you to do. Well, you doing what he called you to do. Well, this is what he called me to do. And I'm going to say, thou art the man, and I'm going to sue you on repeat. I'm going to sue you till your neck break. This how you going to be trying to keep up with them lawsuits. Your head going to be spinning. That's 3. They open. They're going to be open in 2026 unless somebody pay. Number 4, open. 5, 6, 7. You're going to have 9, 10 open cases at one time. You know what I'm saying? You could go to Houston and ask about me. I'm going to sue you. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. You could think you could win. Everybody I sued thought they were going to win. Everybody I sued laughed before I sued them. And they all paid but one business. Every single business or entity that I ever sued for money, they all paid but one business. 21 lawsuits. What you think you finna do? You finna pay. That's what you gonna do. He said Trump is a weirdo, no cap. What you say that for, though? Why you think he a weirdo? Why you think he a weirdo? I'm talking about as a person. You're not talking about as a politician or as a figure. You know Trump the figure, Trump the character. I mean, as a person, you saying that Donald J. Trump is a weirdo? I wouldn't say that, man. I say he seemed like a pretty funny guy, pretty cool dude to me. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you could have 20,000 burners. A burner not going to stop you from getting sued. What's a burner going to do? Especially one that you ain't going to use. or one that you might try to use and get your head bust. I'm saying, what's a burner gonna do for you? That's not gonna help you. It's gonna get anything you do to me is gonna make your situation worse. You can't win. That's what I'm saying. Y'all playing for people. So look, every time something happen, I get in a situation, they going telling everybody. Oh look, y'all, his car broke down. Oh look, y'all, he telling everybody he needs clout, bro. That's what he's getting out of it is clout. It's an ego tripping. He ego tripping. You want to count the tens of thousands of dollars I got? Because I tell you and I tell the judge. You see what I'm saying? Somebody told me I got a check from a business in November and they try to tell me I didn't tell that lawyer. I don't have to tell that lawyer nothing. It's all the documents I filed in the court or in the court. Who is this lawyer? Only thing finna happen to you, you gonna get T-rolled, boy. I'ma split your head to the white meat. That's the only thing gonna happen to you. You gonna get your head busted playing games. You talking about you working for your client. You ain't working for nothing. Let me see it. I'm saying because as soon as you bring any order at all, it's getting appealed. We gonna stop the whole show and appeal this immediately. And you gonna get in. Bro, that judge is not trying to do that. Because you know this fight that you will not win. I promise you, he already ruled on it. And the way my little situation is, then it don't matter if I was making $5,000 a month. In this situation right here, I qualify for it, but I ain't making $5,000. I didn't make $5,000. Financially, I qualify for it too. And then how I'm living, I qualify for it twice. So he just burning time, man. The judge is not finna say nothing about no fees. I promise you, because he know that's gonna come right back to him. You say bye with the foolishness. I'm on some foolishness, but hey, what you on? I'm filing lawsuits. Winning lawsuits against $1 trillion companies. That's foolishness. What you on? What you do for a living? Go mop your flow and keep paying. Hey, look, I want to show y'all something about this park, man. Y'all can't really see it, but over there, bro, that's a mountain. That's the top of a mountain, bro. You could see the literal side. If you guys ever been like y'all mountains, it's a rock. It's a big rock. So it's so cool, man, for me to be able to take y'all over there behind this building, man. You know what I'm saying? It's mountains everywhere up here in Connecticut, man. It's gorgeous up here, boy. Oh, I appreciate your respect, man. But look, this is what I'm saying, though. Whether they respect me or not, man, it's irrelevant. I appreciate your respect, sir. But whether my opponents respect me or not, I could care less. I'm going to get checks. I get checks off of them stupid peoples. I get checks. I get paid. They get clout and I get checks. For the dude doing it, he might say he already got money, but I'm saying this is the way you spend time with your money and time. This is how you spend your time by trying to break people. You are the most miserable of humans, I can promise you. If you spending your time focused on someone like me trying to break me, you have to be miserable. Because number one, why would you ever be trying to do something like that? You trying to teach a 45-year-old person a lesson. That's like going to get a 5-year-old dog and trying to teach him how to sit, shake, and speak. And you ain't never with the dog ever before. He ain't never had no training. You trying to get a wolf, a wild dog to sit, speak. It ain't never going to happen. So, number one, you could be out here. If you got all that money, you could be out here in Connecticut. You could be in Bali. You could be doing so many things with your life. But number one, you choosing to focus on humans. That's number one telling me that you miserable. Think about it. If y'all got to go do something with a bunch of people, or you get a chance to go to a place you ain't never been before on a vacation, you could go to Bali or Connecticut or New York City, or you could go hang out with a whole bunch of people. Which one would you want to do? You see what I'm saying? That tells you everything that you need to know. I'm saying, bro, like, first of all, you spending your time focused on people. That's number one. Number two is you trying to do something, people are going to let you down. You putting your happiness and success in another man. Because if you spend your time trying to teach them something or break them and you unsuccessful, you can't blame that on, that's you. You trying to do something. You see what I'm saying? That's like me trying to go to Brazil and I wasn't able to go to Brazil and I say, oh, well, it's Delta Airlines' fault. That's like him trying to blame me for him trying to teach me something or show me something and it ain't gonna never happen. He won't see it. He gonna keep trying. I'm gonna try harder. Listen, I'm not saying that bad things wouldn't happen to me in my life. They have, they do, and I fight through them. That's who I am. But I'm still not changing what I'm doing or who I am. That's what I'm saying. You could try whatever you want to, but after 10 years of you trying, I'm standing 10 toes. And you try for 10 more years, I doubt you alive for that long. But hey, we'll just guess and say you'll be 80 by then. But 80 years old, you still trying, and I ain't changed at all. That's a failure, man. That's a path to failure. That's a path of misery. That's a miserable life. You gotta be a miserable person if you spending all your time trying to teach people something. Jasmine Crockett, she's actually fighting for people. She's trying to help their lives be better. She's fighting for them. That's something completely different. That's something completely different. Oh, my boy said, I hope I'm not a MAGA supporter. I never voted for President Trump one time. I'm not in MAGA at all. You know what I'm saying? Never will be. You know, I don't agree with a lot of, if I'm not a Republican, why would I ever join MAGA? But that doesn't mean you won't come on here and hear me say positive things. If the stock market look good, I'm going to say, hey, it look good. That's the thing about me, Q. I'm a truth person. I'm going to speak the truth. Whatever the truth is, I'm going to speak it. Even if it's against me, I'm going to speak the truth. That's what I'm saying. Somebody trying to make me pay a fee after the judge already ruled on it, you committing suicide, boy. You going to start your case out with a loss on the appeal. And I know that judge ain't going to go down that road. I know he ain't going to do that because it's going to come right back to him. I'm saying I understand somebody might want me to prove that I'm doing A, B, or C, or prove D, E, or G, but I could prove it with a video or whatever you want me to prove it with. All I'm saying is that it ain't no fees going to be paid. That case going to proceed just like it is, point blank. Oh, you said it's blurry because of the signal. So if it's blurry right now, I apologize because of the signal. It's not a Nokia phone though. That's crazy. Hey Q, is it blurry right now? You know what I'm saying? Is the live stream blurry? It's real clear on my phone. Look, I want to freeloading. Ruger, how I'm freeloading? Ain't nobody giving me the money. Bro, listen, I gotta go earn that money. Ain't nobody giving me nothing. You talking about taking $76,000 from a city, not a business. You talking about taking $76,000 from the government, taking it. Ain't nobody giving me that, boy. I'm finna earn that. What you talking about? Because I'm not out there shoveling doo-doo on the side of the road like you are, bro. Don't mean you listen, everybody choose their life. Everybody chose their path. I chose a path. That path didn't work. So it's like I didn't have another choice. So I went down another path that didn't work and another path. This path right here ain't nobody moving me from, boy. Period. In the first 3 years of this business, I made more money than with any company I ever did in my lifetime. Ever. Period. Nobody moving me from this spot. This just what we is. You gonna get sued on repeat. That's all that's happening. Oh, my boy said video quality is all right. I appreciate that, Q. He said it's not very blurry, man. It's not 4K. I apologize about that, man, to y'all, man. But because I know people be coming on here to hear the content and what I got to say. But I do apologize about that. But my signal bad, man. Look where I'm at. Look, sometimes I could bring y'all content like this, and you know what I'm saying, like a lot of places in Michigan, you know, with those parks. But I'm saying out here in Connecticut, man, these parks is in the wilderness. These are real woods and real mountains. Bro, I'm telling you, that's probably at least, if it's a mountain, it's got to be thousands of feet high, right? Man, look, hold on a second. Let me walk over here, man, in this rain. I'm finna show y'all something so y'all understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? If y'all go to the mountains or y'all from places like this, y'all understand these kind of things. But if y'all don't go to the mountains and stuff like this, you don't understand this. But this one I'm telling y'all. You see that, boy? Bro, this ain't no, look, you see this? You see this? You can smell it. It's got a smell to it. This guard right here, boy, this ain't no man. This ain't no design. This straight guard. You see this? This guard. That's guard. You understand that? That's a whole rock. Look, that's just part of it. Let me show you something. Oh, I'm sorry. I said you can smell it. It's the porta potty, but you can't smell the whatever chemical in the rock. Look, if you go up, bruh, that thing up there, and that's a rock. Look, back here, you see the mountain back here. And look, over here, it's in the middle of the city, but bro, it's just where I choose to go. I choose to go places like this. Bro, I bet you, let me walk over here, y'all. I haven't been to this park, but it looked pretty cool, man. Like the design and stuff like they have here. But look, this one I'm gonna say. Let's look at it together, y'all. So here's the trail. So y'all see there's a lake right there by the mountains. Y'all see that? I wish they had a picture, but if we walk the trail, if I walk the trail, there's a lake right there. And I'm saying, if you go down this trail, you see the mountain right there. So it's going to be so beautiful. But you wouldn't get no signal at all. You feel me, Q? You talking about it being blurry. I'm saying you wouldn't get a signal at all. So it's rough and it's tough for me. Y'all look up here where I park my car at. You can't even see my car from here, and it's straight ahead about 100 yards. It's the elevation, man. Elevation, rocks, mountains. You're not going to get a good signal. You know what I'm saying? That's more to do with AT&T than it is the type of phone you on, right? I'm saying if you're saying the picture ain't good, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. Saying the picture isn't good. Because it's blurry, that's more to do. Because, like, if y'all watch the vlogs, you see the videos, it's the same camera. You know what I'm saying? Same exact camera. But the picture looks good on the vlog. Then if it doesn't look good on a live stream, that's the connection, man. Because that's what it's, because on my picture, I'm looking at a picture right now. I could screenshot y'all, and it looks the same way when I do the videos. Beautiful. But, like, you know what I'm saying? You got all these rocks around you. You're struggling to get that signal. That's why that picture isn't as pretty as it could be. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. Redeem said he's from Alaska. I hear you. Yeah, he know. Man, you catch ghosts, that's where I'm going to be. Place like Alaska, I'll go to Alaska tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Alaska, Wyoming, North and South Dakota, any place like that, bro, I'll go there tomorrow. Real talk. That's what ghosts into. I'm into that outdoors, wildlife, wild man, getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Guys, it's almost 10 right now, but I figure we might as well go ahead and do the live stream early instead of waiting. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm going to try to keep it short, though, y'all, if we can, about an hour and a half, so people they won't see that 2 hour stream and it'll scare them. You know what I'm saying? Because they do be skipping to the end because they know once I get to cooking, I get to cooking good. Cooking good, baby. What's good, y'all? What's good? Jay Kristen is talking to Michael. He's saying they would let him in, but common sense will have to rule. You know, he can't go out there and say that girls and boys should be on the same team and stuff like that. Who you talking about? Because I know you ain't, like, I know for a fact he ain't saying President Trump saying that, because of course President Trump would never say nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, girls and boys don't need to be on the same team. I'm sorry. I love all my Democratic friends. I love y'all to death. The ones of y'all that I love, y'all, I'm sorry real quick. You know what I'm saying? Got a little eye bug. All my Democratic friends, the ones that I love, man, I love them to death, man. You know what I'm saying? But I can never say that. Why would a guy, look, first of all, if they're under 18, y'all look at the walk. You know what I'm saying? I got it's up mountain. First of all, if they're under 18, they shouldn't be allowed to have a sex change, period. You know what I'm saying? What if you have a 5-year-old, he just got picked on or whatever when he was younger? That's all most of that is. And so he come home and say, Mommy, I want to be a little girl. And Mommy make him a little girl. And when he get 22, he regret that he turned to a little girl and he want to be a little boy again, or he want to be a man. You say, oh, Ghost, he just had a sex change back. I don't agree with you allowing anybody under 18 to do it. Me personally, as a Christian, no one shouldn't be allowed to do it, but it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Once somebody get, 22, 23, it's hard to tell them what to do. See, that's the difference with me and most people, is because I understand that, But some men, you give men a little bit of power, they don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? It go to their head. And they trying to control everything. And you can't control everything. You can only control what you can control. So, yeah, economy and world peace does matter more than sports and trans do. But this is what I'm saying. I'm saying, you saying world peace matters, but okay, first of all, number one, Israel, that deal with Israel is almost done. That deal with Israel is almost done. I wouldn't be surprised if they announced that within this week. Maybe not this week, but next week, at least that deal with Israel is almost done. So if you ask me about Putin, I think it don't matter who the president is. I think that situation with Putin probably be over within a year or two at the longest. And I don't think that matter who the president was. That being said, like, world peace does matter. It's important. The U.S. economy does matter. It's important. Does it matter more than trans people? I mean, I guess that would just depend on where you're coming from. If you are a religious person, you would think that trans someone having a sex change is more important than world peace or the economy. But if you're not a religious person, there's no way you would think that. So, I mean, I guess it would just depend on who you asking. That's what I'm saying. These things, a lot of these things are opinion based. Some people, when they talk about these things, and what I'm saying right now is so important. You know what I'm saying? Some people, when they talk about these things, y'all, they talk about them like they fact. You know what I'm saying? But it's not fact. It's all opinion based. Even for a Christian. Because God is going to allow you to make that decision. So either you left or right. So what I'm saying is, Q, hold up, what Q said. Hold up, I'm going to get on your stuff real quick. Because he talking, man. Q said world peace and the economy matters more than trans, and it's up to y'all. I'm saying as a Christian, I would say you allowing a 5-year-old to have a sex change. I don't know if that could be more important than world peace, but that's an important issue, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's just the way it depends on where you're coming from. Q, what I said is I can agree with people who I disagree with. What I mean by that is if Jasmine Crockett ran for president, not only would I support her, I would do everything I can to see that she got elected. And she's a Democrat. But I guarantee you I would do everything in my power to make sure she got elected. You feel that? I mean, what can I say? So, I mean, I can agree with Democrats not thinking that the economy or world peace is more important than abortion or trans, but I can go with a Democrat. There's things that Republicans do, Q, that I don't agree with, but I could vote for a Republican. I think it all depends on the person. It depends on the candidate. It's always going to depend on the candidate. Good afternoon, John. He says only a nutcase would allow their own children. Man, you said under 21, John. I say really to me, like, because if you my child and my son John came to me and said I slapped the black off that boy. That's the thing about ghosts. You're going to get the truth. I don't care what you're going to do. Who you going to go tell? They can't do nothing to me. You got to understand that. They can't do nothing to me. You can't call the police on me. You can't call nobody on me. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I don't care how offended they get. John, if my little boy came home and said he wanted a sex change, Q, you should too. Forget politics, Q. If your child come home and tell you want a sex change, you need to slap the black off of him. And then we could get to everything else later, John. Hey, baby, I'm sorry. You know, daddy love you, baby. I'm sorry. Now, if my girl said that, you're going to have to go talk to your mama. You know what I'm saying? If I had a daughter, you know, her mama going to be, that boy going to be with me. Gregory the third, he gonna be with me. And when the third with me, boy, you talking about having a sex change, boy, I'll slap the black off you, clean off your face. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. Nowhere where we from. Now, what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. Y'all gotta get where I'm coming from. I am not like those kind of people because I understand everyone's different. So this man right here, he believes in this kind of stuff. And what can you do to grown people? How can you do all you could do is tell them and try to show them. Trying to stop them or control them, you're going to fail miserably. What has America accomplished by declaring a war on drugs? You're not stopping the drugs. I don't care how many boats President Trump blow out the water in Venezuela, and President Trump, I support you doing that. I'm for you making an effort to go after drugs. Just make sure you're getting the right people. But before or after he does that, it ain't going to stop the drugs. See, I believe in the Bible, y'all. And I believe that the devil is the prince of this world. Satan, the evil devil, is the prince of this world. So I believe that you're always going to have certain kind of problems or issues when that does specifically or particularly with, you know, I don't want to say sin, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, okay, Jasmine Crockett, you a woman, baby. You was born a woman. You never went and had a sex change. When I look into nature, I see horses that are born horses. They don't have sex changes. Lions don't have sex changes. Dogs don't. Bears, cattle. Trees are alive, aren't they? They don't have sex changes. I'm saying, what else in life has, or society, or in the world has sex changes besides humans? It's not natural. Number one. Number two is I'm saying, where do they do that at? Are they doing that in China? Are they having sex changes in China? Probably not.
Are they doing it in Russia? I'm not saying they're not doing it at all. I'm saying they're doing it as much as they do it in America and Europe. Probably not. They're doing it in Africa as much as here. Probably not. It's just not something that I could ever get behind or support. It don't make no sense to me. If I know this dude is a girl, you gotta understand the kind of guy I am, and that's what I'm saying, Jasmine. Like you looking at, if you go to any kind of place where our kind of people are, like acting like feminine. You don't have to be gay, but you being feminine in a place where I'm from, you gonna get ate. They'll eat you. If they know you a man and you soft, they'll eat you alive. You see what I'm saying? So when I see a man and he's soft, he could be a full man. I'm thinking, see, where they from, they judging you off of how much money you got. I'm talking about the place I'm from, they judge you off your character. So if I'm judging you off your character, and you supposed to be a man, but you acting like a woman, you had a sex, well, I'm saying where I'm from, like we eat people like that. So I could never understand the mentality as a human of a man who say he want to be a woman. Or like Jasmine, she didn't want to be a man. And she, think about that. If Jasmine says she, what? Girl, ain't no way. You too gorgeous. You too perfect. You too everything. You can't. And that's what I'm saying. Whatever it is, like I believe in nature. Let it be what it is. I understand from a political standpoint, speaking of it from a political standpoint, I understand if VP Harris, her argument was it's on them to choose or let them make the decision. And I'm saying I can't say nothing about that. She said it's not the government's right. I don't know. Listen, people still having sex changes today, guys. Today, right now, people are still having sex changes. So President Trump didn't stop people from having sex changes. But the government can say that girls, natural born girls are getting hurt playing sports against a boy who had a sex change, so the government can step in like that. Like John said, someone under the 21 years old or not an legal age is probably going to be 18. The government can step in. So, but I'm saying, just saying that someone could get a sex change, I don't know how much President Trump could do about that. So if you can't stop them from doing it anyway, it's going to come to a Supreme Court decision, then I'm not going to, like, I understand, like, what VP Harris or Jasmine saying. I'm saying Ghost can never support no man trying to be a woman. Ghost can't. Ghost cannot do that. But you can't tell me, John, I'm not going to say I won't support a politician who don't see eye to eye with me on that. Yes, I will support them. I supported VP Harris, but they call me a Republican. I swear. They still do. Go talk to Jasmine. She going to call me a Republican. I swear on everything. That's what they going to call me. But I am not no Republican at all. I just believe Republican things. There's some Republican things I do believe in, like not having abortions. I don't believe in that. Like I say, look in nature. That's what I do. I look at created beings or creatures, or if you don't believe in God and nature, science, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know how babies get here. I know how we got to keep carrying on our culture, our civilization, and humanity. If every man married another man, how would babies get here moving forward? That's not natural. It's not meant to be. I believe in everything natural. That's why the dude trying to control me, I could never understand him or get along with him. He got the wrong move. You trying to control me. I don't believe in that. Listen, if you did control me and I listened to you, what good does that would make me fake? That's what that would do. Say his thing was he want me walking around with a Bible and singing gospel songs 24 hours a day unless I was asleep. So I gotta have my Bible right now. This is what he want me to do. Amazing grace, 24 hours a day. Bro, you know that's fake. If he's doing that, that's fake. The Bible say Jesus got hungry. Jesus thirst. They called Jesus a wine bibber. Like he was drinking wine. He turned water into wine. He probably drunk some of it, right? If they saying he a wine bibber, he probably drunk some. This talking about God. We talking about God, boy. So see, that's why I never, because I never could do that. I never want someone to do something that they don't want to do because it's fake. You want me to do this and do this, and you say life would be hard, so I want life to be easy, so I start carrying an amazing grace, but it's fake. It don't mean nothing to God. That's what you got to understand. If you can make somebody do something, it don't mean nothing to God. So he running around with a bunch of people who scared of him. They not scared of God, they scared of him. He running around with a bunch of people scared of him doing amazing, and they all gonna burn in hell. The ones that ain't serious. So what's the difference if you get someone to do something and they gonna go to hell when you finish anyway? It's fake. I don't do fake stuff. Nothing fake. Everything real. Everything. If it's not real, I ain't gonna do it. When I went and printed these out and I passed them out, bro, think about how long ago I did the pardon, okay? I think I only got like 2 booklets left. I'm on my second. I had 3 booklets, I think. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 booklets left besides the one that's open. Think about how long ago I did this in this summer or May? I started the series in May. I started passing these out this summer. Go across all the states. Bro, just yesterday I gave someone this. And I talked to him about it. Bro, I wouldn't be doing this if it's gotta be in my heart. Ain't no preacher can make me do this. But a preacher makes some people do it. Some people go get these printed and pass them out because the preacher said so. The preacher. I'm not that dude. I don't care what the preacher said. If it's not in your heart to live for God or to be a Christian or to do anything. So that's the same thing with anything in life. I want it to be natural. I don't want it to be forced. I've been with so many girls who did whatever I wanted them to do because I wanted them to do. But they didn't want to. They didn't love me. But they did everything that I wanted them to do. Everything. They even was my girlfriend or whatever. When dated me. But they never loved me. I realized that in the end. But they was doing it for me. Some people are like that. They weak-minded. They don't think or do for themselves. They do for others. I'm like that too. But what I'm saying is she doing this for me, bruh. I guess I'm a cool dude. I got a bunch of friends, whatever. She trying, whatever the reason, she doing it for me, not for her. She don't love me. That's not natural. I don't want no fake love. I want everything real. And when I see 2 men together, it's not natural. It's not real to me. It's fake. If I see a man who was born a man, but now he look like a woman, it's fake to me. It's not natural. I want everything natural. Girl can have fake hair. She can have fake eyelashes. She can have makeup on. But before I marry you, girl, I'm going to see you in the bare. So you might, on our first date, you might as well just start pulling everything off. I ain't talking about no clothes. Keep your clothes. Our first date, you want to keep your clothes on because that's going to be our last date. You see what I'm saying? But look, our next to last date, guaranteed. On our first date, you know, she pulling off her, you take all that off. Let me see how you look naturally, boy. Natural. Everything. Natural. Real. That's how you be real and authentic. I don't fool with fake stuff. I could wear like jewelry. If it ain't real, I ain't wearing it. Real talk. If it ain't real, I ain't wearing it. Everything I do real, boy. Yeah, you didn't expect that hair to look like that, huh? Oh yeah, but I ain't ashamed of nothing. You know what I'm saying? All I need to do is just like comb it and get it right. You know what I'm saying? It hair long, boy. It gonna be way down here, boy. You know what I'm saying? Everything I do natural though, man. I don't like that fake stuff. And when I see two men together, it's not natural. That's not how it's supposed to be. Now, if you are gay, what can I say? I'm not like them. That's what I'm saying. They trying to pick on you. They trying to talk about you. They trying to mess with you, saying you less than a human. I'm not like that. I don't care. I ain't gonna get down with none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's your choice. If you choose to like men, you choose to like men. But if you ask me, I want everything natural. I don't think that's natural. I think that's fake. What you guys got, man? Is that about it? Oh, he said they devils, the evil, DEVIL, devil, D evil. He said, what I'm passing out, I got a pamphlet. It's called The Pardon. If you want one of these pamphlets, you can hit me up on Instagram or YouTube. But this series, just go to my YouTube page and click on video tab and look for The Pardon. And you could go watch them. I made 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, that's my time, man. Like I said, we talked about transgenders the last 20 minutes. I'm a Christian, man. So as a Christian, I don't believe, I think it's wrong to change your sex. That's what I think. That's my opinion. That's what I believe. Everyone's entitled to their beliefs and opinion. That being said, even if you're a transgender, less than a human. You still a human. And God still love you, and I still love you, and I want the best for you. That's how Ghost is. I still love you. But to be all the way completely honest with you, though, if you're a transgender, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's your choice. That's what you chose. But I ain't going to come at you. I ain't going to pick at you. And me personally, if you ask my personal opinion, I was around transgenders. Like, I work with them. Never said one word to them. They don't even know that they know I'm a Christian. I tell them I'm a Christian now in a heartbeat, but I never really get at no transgenders. I really never got at them. I don't see the point or you just picking on people. I don't pick on people. That's different than me. I did when I was younger. I did when I was in high school. When I was in junior high. Y'all see what I'm saying? But at this age, 45 years old, bro, and I'm a litigator. Like I sue businesses. I'm suing the city right now for pretty much the same thing. This whole city right now. Because I'm saying they picking on me. So why would I do it? Why would I discriminate and I hold people accountable for doing that? I don't do that. I don't care if you're a transgender. I know how I feel about it in my heart. I'm not going to say nothing to you about what you're doing. Now, if we start talking, and now if you ask me something, I'm going to tell you about Jesus and how I feel about God. But other than that, I'm not finna go and start picking with you and picking on people, bro. No, that's not what Jesus did. That's not what I'm going to do. I do stand against sin and stand against wrong, but standing against wrong isn't going and start messing with transgenders. That's not what Jesus did. That's not what he preached or taught. That being said, y'all, I'm out, right? John, he says another government employee He said, I'm agitated. President Trump, put my check in the mail. Look, if the whole government wasn't getting paid and I was a government employee, President Trump gonna put mine in the mail. I'm sure of that. The rest of the government wouldn't be getting paid. I'd be getting paid, though. He'd tell me not to tell nobody, but he gonna put mine in the mail. You said somebody upset my Apple Card. I don't have an Apple Card, John. I don't even have Google Play no more. G Play is shut down. And then, like, if you talking about some promotions that I got, like, I had to pay promotions. I'm a partner with YouTube. So if I got the promotions and I had to pay it, what I'm going to do? I got to pay the promotions. When I got to pay them, I had to pay for a promotion. So it's GPay and it's Google and it's money. And I owe them, so they get their money. If I don't pay them their money, what they gonna do? They gonna sue me? They might. They'll win. They would have won that. Ahmad, I'll see you later, man. I'm gonna go ahead and make you a moderator, Ahmad. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, man. Q, I'm gonna make you a moderator too. What's up, John? What's up, baby? Bro, some people use the Bible as a weapon. Some people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like they wrong for doing it, you know? But I'm saying me personally, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it like Jesus did it. I'm going to try to reach them by loving them. That's Ghost. I'm saying you can do it however you want to do it, but that's how Ghost going to do it. Ghost going to do it by trying to love them. That's how I'm going to try to reach them. You know what I'm saying? But some people do use the Bible as a weapon. I guess sometimes, or maybe sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's for the best. But I'm just saying that's not what Ghost gonna do, man. That's my time, y'all. I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying, guys? I promise y'all tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. If y'all tap in with me, bro, I'm gonna be here. I have a good news story. I'll try to read the comments and everything. We need to get the donations on this channel up, though. 10,000%, guys. We got to. We have to. There's no point in me being a YouTube partner if I'm not making enough money to. I understand you guys aren't going to finance me after 1 year to go on the trips that I went on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm bringing some great content. If y'all go back and watch the video tab of my, or if y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's great content. Y'all go follow my Instagram page too. You know what I'm saying? The link's in the bio on YouTube. That being said, man, I am a Christian. I have a bunch of friends that are Muslims. I have a bunch of friends that are all kind of different religions because I don't judge people. All I do is I reach out to them with love. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to reach them with love. And if you can't reach them with love, then maybe they're not meant to be reached, you know? But everyone's not the same. And I'm not hating on anyone who's not like me. You know what I'm saying? The people who choose to do it however they do it, they can. But I'll say that, in my opinion, one of the reasons why the church hasn't been as successful today is because they're not trying to reach people like Jesus doing. They're more condescending than anything else. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, I'm not speaking against the church. I'm not speaking against no Christians. I'm not speaking against nobody. I'm telling you how I do it. And I'm telling you how you going to reach me. The only way you going to reach me is the way Jesus said to reach me. You're not going to reach me with nothing else. You don't know nothing else besides what's in the Bible. And if Jesus told you to reach me a certain kind of way and you're trying to teach me something your way, you're going to fail continually. And I'm not the only person you failed on. You probably failed on most of everybody you ever tried this on. Because you cannot teach no 5-year-old dog how to shake. At 5 years old, that dog set in his ways. He gonna be looking at you stupid while you saying shake, shake. You do that when he a puppy. If you try that a puppy and you can't teach him, then you can't. Every day I wake up, I'm thankful. Every day I wake up, I'm thankful, man. thanking God, praising God, worshiping God. I say, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. That's my time, man. 7:30 tomorrow, y'all. Big Ghostwriter, man. I'll see y'all then.